Here at the Axis in Manchester, a beautiful location. In this evening's episode, we're going to be talking about a very important thing, and that is GED. So we'll go around from starting with you and introduce yourselves, and we'll get into tonight's episode.
Very good. I'm Aileen Perkins. I'm the director of the Adult Ed program on EKU's campus, Manchester and Richmond.
I'm Rodney Lips. I'm a part-time evening instructor at the Manchester campus for GED Adult Education.
I'm Ryan Cornett, and I'm an instructor here with EKU Skills U Clay County.
Tammy Frazier. I'm a career navigator and instructor with EKU Clay County.
All right, GED. We talk about GED a lot, and I know in the past, finances were a lot of the problems with GED. I think now, more so than ever, there is actually help, first off, for people that are going through the GED program that may not have the financial means or whatever. We have changed so much with modern technology. I remember as a child when KET first became a thing, they had to get your GED on KET, and it's almost like you had to watch KET for 4 years to get GED. Honestly, back in the day, it was that way, but not like that anymore, is it? I mean, it's so convenient and easy. And I will say this: if someone out there is watching the live stream or watching back on Cat's TV, this is going to play multiple times. There is a self-gratification and dignity in knowledge. Knowledge has power that nobody can take from you. Once you obtain that knowledge, I mean, it's yours.
Yep.
It's something that you and your instructor and your teacher has worked for, and it builds incredible self-esteem. I mean, I'm a fan of knowledge. Not that I possess a lot of it, but I'm just saying that I'm a fan of knowledge. I have a nearly 12-year-old daughter, and I am on her constantly. Learn everything you can learn.
Yep.
So I know I've talked to Ryan a lot and Tammy a lot in the past on ongoing classes. I know Ryan's kind of the road warrior when it comes to the GED program. Still go out in different parts of Clay County?
Well, before COVID and before the pandemic, I was at the jail teaching classes there every day for our inmates, and it was really gratifying, and just it really felt great to help these young men, these young women, maybe turn things around in the jail. And so we're just now being able to get back into the jail. But yeah, at times we've gone out to Burning Springs, Big Creek Elementary, Redbird
Right.
School. Yeah, and at times we've been to Oneida. And so yeah, we've gone wherever we needed to go to help our students, and that's what you'll find is we're a program that we're gonna sacrifice, and we're gonna do whatever it takes. But we need students. We need folks to come and help us help you by letting us know that you're ready to take that next step and work on earning your GED.
How many or how long does it take, I guess, to complete the GED course? Basically, the average person today.
There's no average person. It has a lot to do with how motivated you are to complete the GED. We're very honest with our students. If you've been out of school 40 years, you're not getting your GED in 2 weeks.
Right.
If you've been out of school, which we encounter a lot, kids that's been out for a year, 2 years, they usually come in month and a half, complete their GED. But like Ryan said, we'll stick with you as long as it takes. But it's a lot dependent upon your motivation, how much time you have to devote to it, and how much you want to devote. But I would like to add on to Ryan today about us going out in the community. There has been some good things from COVID, and one of them is that we have now made the GED even more accessible because we offer online.
Right.
You can get your GED online, or we have a hybrid. You can do some online, some come to the center to do it. We will get you your GED any way we can, and you can now even take the actual GED test at your own home.
Wow, that is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
How far we have come technologically in the world.
Yeah.
So classes also are open back up now at EKU, Rodney,
Yes.
for in-person learning too?
Yes, we
For
do.
GED?
Yeah, we do. We've been back since probably second week of August, and we're trying to follow all the social distance guidelines. You have to have a mask. You come in, we sanitize everything before and after students leave. We do classes Monday through Thursday. We have morning, afternoon, and evening classes. We try to work around the student schedule because I do, where I teach at the high school during the day, I do the evening classes because we have a lot of our students that are trying to work and go
Right.
back and get their GED as well. So we try to tailor it to whatever their individual need is. But they can come to class. They can contact us. We can set them up with whatever class works best with their schedule. Some people like to come in during the day while their children are at school. So that's why we offer morning and afternoon classes. So it basically depends on the student. We do everything we can to make it accessible for them.
Statistically, what's our graduation ratio? I know that we are graduating more students between Clay County, OBI, Christian Academy of Manchester, and also Redbird. But just kind of wondering, what's the percentage? Are they an actual number of people whom do not have a high school diploma? That's Clay County right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she probably has it right there on the top
Yeah.
of her head.
Unfortunately, Clay County is the #1 county in the state of Kentucky for people without a GED or a
Wow.
high school
Yeah.
diploma. It is a very high-risk area. The good news is that number is closing as people get older because the high school is graduating at a much better rate than even 10 years ago.
Yep.
So, but we still have the population here, especially between the ages of like 25 to 45 is much higher than it should be. 45 and above is way high. And that is way high. A lot of people want to give up when they get,
Right.
but there's no reason to give up. We've had,
I had a student last year. I've worked with this probably 17, 18 years. He was, I think he was 71 or 72 when he finished.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
he stayed with it. He never missed a class. He would leave my class in the evenings and go to his daughter's house and get her husband to help him with more math and stuff. And he just,
yeah.
and that's stuff like that makes it worthwhile when you
I was
see
getting
that.
ready to say, yeah, absolutely. That makes, if it's only one
Yeah.
that you can touch that will get the GED is a great thing.
He was definitely committed to getting his
Yes,
GED.
he was committed.
That is amazing. You know, I wonder, is it the dense areas we live in? I mean, is it because Clay County is a huge county geographically, land-wise? I mean, is it transportation? You know, you got to wonder sometimes what might be the Achilles heel from getting people to get involved. And I know certain areas of the county, internet still is, iffy at best. Kind of like cell service, same thing. But is transportation a problem sometimes you encounter? Or
Yes, transportation,
Childcare.
childcare.
Another good one. Yeah, I hadn't
Yeah.
thought about that. That's
We're in a rural area. We just don't. But that's with the COVID and offering online. It is closing. Clay County is very moving at faster pace now than they ever have as far as getting the internet in this
Right.
area. People in the county are really working hard to progress Clay County forward, and they're really doing a fine job. You know, they did the work ready
yes.
county. I mean, that was significant.
We are in progress. And,
Yeah.
and you've been to all the meetings and
Yeah.
you can attest we will be there. It's
Right.
a little while longer. A
Great.
couple of obstacles we have to go through, but
So
and you're right.
And I will say, last year before COVID, we were on a record in Clay County for GEDs.
Yes.
We were having a phenomenal year,
Yep.
Yep.
and then
COVID is.
Yeah.
the world dropped.
Yeah. The pandemic.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so, if we can just reach more people here, and there's so many programs that are available for these people to not only get their GED, but go on to college or go to technical school. We just had the sweetest boy, graduate, and he is going to lineman school.
Awesome.
And it's all going to be paid for. Rodney's worked with him. We got him where he had to go, and he passed, and he is so excited. And
Great story.
That's something too we try to do. We don't just, okay, you got your GED, we're going to push you out the door. We try to help you whatever your next goal is. And we've had students go on to college at EKU and graduate and be on the dean's list. I remember a young man we had, and like I said, Tammy mentioned she was the career navigator. She's been helping the students she was talking about, helping fill out his FAFSA, apply for lineman school. So anything that you, and he kind of said that when we were talking to him after he finished. He said, you guys helped me with everything I needed on there, and that's kind of our goal.
Wow, it's certainly, I mean, the success stories are there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere. And like you say, I mean, from a dean list at EKU to lineman, and I know there's others. I know there's other kids that have gotten GEDs that's went on to technical school that I know that's become mechanics, become, HVAC repairmen, which, those are the jobs that's really going to be booming here, because we all know how hard it is. And it never happens until it's a Saturday morning and it's 13 degrees outside and your pipes bust.
Yep.
Right.
Then you're on the phone and you're scrambling, well, where's my buddy? And you call your buddy and your buddy's off somewhere and your other buddy's off somewhere, you just can't get nobody.
Right.
And I mean, those are going to be the type of jobs that's really going to be there and make a good living at.
Yeah, skilled jobs. Mhm.
Here in Clay County, it is very attractive is lineman school. And right now is a good time to get into the lineman school because there are so many linemen that are getting ready to retire.
Right.
So any kid out there that, if you haven't finished your high school diploma, you can come finish it and go into lineman school and be working in 10 weeks.
That's amazing.
And I'm not talking making $5 an hour.
No.
I'm
No.
we're talking $25 to $50 an hour with overtime. I
Right.
mean, it's worth coming and asking us for, information.
Phone number that they can call or website that they can go on to get more information on.
Phone number 606-599-1230.
Easy to remember.
Yep. And then you got the Facebook?
Yeah, you can search for us on Facebook. Search for EKU Adult Education, Clay County. And find us on there, and then you can find all the information, like a link to our website, which is on eku.edu on that domain, and you can find our phone number there. Pull up our page, like and share the page with someone who needs to earn a GED.
Right, and still, you talk about the numbers. I had no idea. I mean, of all the meetings that we've been in and we worked on this work-ready community, I knew that the graduation numbers were increasing, but I had no idea that our numbers were as alarming in the GED as they were.
Yeah, we are the #1 county.
So if a family member or someone, encourage them, be there for them, tell them, be a part of this program. Just keep encouraging them to get their GED because it's just so important.
Yeah, I mean, it can make a difference the day it happens, and it will make a difference for the rest of your life.
Oh, absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, there was a post shared by our partners in EKU Skills U Madison maybe yesterday that on average, one who has GED will earn $10,000 more per year
Yes.
than one who does not.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a lot
Start
of
looking
money.
at like that over several years.
yeah.
I mean, it's
That's a lot of money, absolutely, and just a better way of life,
oh,
better
yeah.
quality of life.
I mean,
Yeah.
like she said, we've literally seen people, their whole lives change just by getting their GED. They've been able to get a promotion, better jobs, more pay. I mean, it's changed their whole way of living.
Well, undoubtedly, every one of us in this room, I have family members that have gotten their GED, and that have, as you mentioned, they've accepted and moved on up the ladder, corporate world or whatever. And it's because of that education, that little extra oomph. But, you know, if I'm sitting there thinking, and it doesn't matter how old you are, I'm sitting there thinking, you know, I'm 49. If I didn't have my diploma, I'm thinking, hey, if I can get my GED in a couple, 3 months, and then Tammy is going to navigate my career and going to help me get into a good tech school somewhere. I'm thinking, you know, by the time I'm 51, I can go from making $16,000 a year to $60,000 a year.
And that can be 100% paid for with
Absolutely.
the Kentucky Work Ready Scholarship Program.
I mean, it's amazing.
You don't even have to pay for it. And right now, any tech career is the way to go. That's where you're, if you are good with mechanical, anything, car mechanics, HVAC, if you can fix a toaster, you have something to start with. Do something with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because the washer repairman is $75 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the money's there. I mean, it's, you know, I had a cousin one time that was in Air Force and stayed at different bases, and he said the one thing he found the common denominator of every town he stayed at, the one thing they needed more than anything else was a roofer. He said couldn't find them. He said, and people was making just a ton of money, you know. And he said, yeah, for some odd reason, nobody wanted to do it no more, you know. So I mean, there's just another, you know, avenue of income. Well, anything in closing you'd like to add, or?
No, I think the hardest thing for most is making that first step. Make that call, schedule to come in, and folks here in Clay County are here to help you in any way that they possibly can. But that first step is just to come in, and as you're working through the program, you'll become more comfortable, and I think that it'll be life-changing if you could do that.
Yeah, I can speak for the ones here, and I know them greatly, and trust me, they will have the best at heart for you, the future GED graduate. And I mean, I know that for a fact, and this is not to point somebody out, it's to make you better, to make your whole life better. And I know you guys would do that, certainly would.
Absolutely.
And hopefully COVID will allow us to have our graduation this year.
Yes.
Yes, and
So, you know,
we missed that last year. So
Yeah.
we did, so we're really praying that this clears up and we can have it in some way, because it's nice to celebrate as a whole group when you get that graduation certificate.
You have to bring the
Amen.
family in.
Yep.
I mean, you cap and gown, the whole deal. You normally so.
And people that have come in and tried before, try again.
Mhm.
No, you can come right back. We
Right.
love having you.
Yeah, because that happens all the time.
It happen. Most people
They will.
do. They'll go through. It'll take them a while, but we're always here, no matter if it takes you 15 years.
Yeah, life happens, and you
Yeah.
just got to come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, that's kind of what I told somebody the other day. In a perfect world, everybody would go to high school, graduate in 4 years, either go to work, go to college, go to trade school. But just like she said, life happens, and some
Yeah.
things come up, and everybody's not on that same
Mhm.
pathway. So we're kind of here to help you if you didn't follow that path.
But life happens, but life is always about second chances too.
Absolutely.
And we are, one good thing about us, we are the most forgiving second chance society in Clay County than anywhere else in America. I mean, we love you. You can make a mistake and our arms are open for you, you know. I mean, that's just our genetic makeup. That's who we are.
It's a great county.
Yeah.
And I mean, so if you're thinking about that and you've had the opportunity, it's knocking on your door now. Come back, sign back up, and get that GED. Well, as always, it's nice and informative to sit around with your folks. I know several times Ryan and Tammy too, I think in the radio days, we've talked a lot about GED and the program and whatnot, but actually streaming it in Southeast Kentucky Network and now with CATS TV. So hopefully someone out there can get a lot of information from this program here and get up with the folks here at EKU in the Clay County Adult Education Department. So thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Earl.
Thank you for having us.